Yo,
What's
what's
up,
going on
bro?
with you, bro? Everything good?
Yeah. Had to get me some good grub in before.
I hear that, bro. My food just had got here when the time came. I said I'll go ahead and knock this down and y'all eat after. Ain't no big deal.
try to try to had to give me a couple hot wings. You know what
I, I got me some lemon pepper wings from Wings
I'm saying?
Plus.
Damn, I was on that lemon pepper, but I was like, okay, let me go hot slash honey barbecue.
I'm a lemon pepper fanatic, bro. Lemon pepper, whatever, whoever want to sponsor me with lemon pepper, I got you, boy. I eat lemon pepper cereal. I don't give a damn, boy. I love that flavor, dog. I won't eat
Nah,
no
not a lemon.
bullshit
Nah,
like
nah.
that.
If they got lemon pepper cereal,
Your
man,
ass gonna
something
be
wrong.
sick. Yeah, your ass gonna be throwing up.
I'm trying to tell you, but you ain't thinking about that until while you eating it.
That shit don't even. I'm just talking. That shit don't sound attractive. I wouldn't eat no shit like that. Hell no.
Shit, while we waiting on the guest, so you called Kevin Owens?
Yeah, I caught it. That man, now he hit it right on though.
He did, yeah.
He hit it right on, bro.
Mhm.
Right on. I called it. Hey, you, what you think? You think they gonna let him win?
Well, I mean, future references they should, but I mean, like I don't know. Maybe this is another topic for another day, but WrestleMania just don't feel like WrestleMania.
No, they don't. They don't water it down. And ain't nothing anticipating about the matches, bro. Cause we already know that it ain't no jobbers. The jobbers made events, them pay per views. Them jobbers make them pay per views.
Exactly. So, like, really, I'm all for Roman and Brock now.
Hmm.
But where the hell they go after the match? Because I mean, who's gonna be Roman next time? But Roman right now can have that belt right now. So we ain't gonna believe nobody that can beat him.
So let me ask you this though: do you think Braun Strowman can make a comeback?
If they get desperate enough, I mean, you never say never.
That'll be a
That's
big
what.
pop.
Yeah, never say never. That's all I can say. But I mean, after this Roman and Brock, like it's gonna be like, okay, damn. Okay,
So
who next? But they next. I mean, like right now, Roman, if he win, he can he can just show up whenever he want, take off. Who he gonna fight? Like
so,
I
but you
mean,
see how they sent Bobby Lashley straight vacation. The man, the do them champion against champion.
but
That's
he
crazy.
hurt though.
Yeah, that's
Bobby
what they
hurt.
say. You think he hurt for real?
I don't know because I hear some damn
That's
rumors
real
that
coincidental for me, bro. Too coincidental for me.
I heard them. They talking about hell him and Omis. I'm like, I don't want to see that. Like I don't want to like they need to go back to the WrestleManias where like the WrestleManias now is just too watered down. Like, come on, y'all cannot get everybody on the fucking show.
So listen, so check
You
this
supposed
out.
to get the best matches.
Y'all got some gigantic motherfuckers on the roster now, right? Such as like Umis, and you got if you bring Braun Strowman back, he got to go in that picture, that category too. And you got the other dude. I don't know what you think about what his name. The guy that what that breaking band jacket out there with Apollo. What his name is?
I was gonna say him. Both I can't even say his name, but I
You seen
but I,
Breaker
I
before?
know him. No, he's supposed to be a badass. Dabakato.
Oh, we got our guest on.
Okay.
I don't know if
Okay, he muted.
it start off like that sometimes, and then
Yes.
it come free. It depends. Yo,
Mhm.
you can hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. All right. So
You
no
can hear.
visuals.
We can't
We
see
cool
you.
with no visuals. That's up to you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the video right now.
Okay.
Okay, which because shoot, once you get on, shoot, we got 40 minutes. So we'll just go ahead and ride out. And then in the meanwhile, you could be trying to see what's going on with the visuals. That's cool though.
All right.
They can hear you. First of all, welcome to the show. This is the Lumar Show. I know you met Marlon already. Okay, so we got a logo up.
Okay.
Yeah, we got your logo up, which is
All right.
nice.
Let's see.
YT.
Going on? No. Yeah, I'm still working on it.
Okay, so yeah, what we do here is tonight is your night. Basically, this is your platform for you to basically, uh, you know, be yourself and also the character. You can go however you choose to be, but we give you the platform to let everybody know what you're doing, what you got going on, how you got started, what's your passion, and stuff like that. And basically we go from there.
Bet. We can run that. All right. So, what do you want to know first?
Wherever you
What do
would
you want
like
to
to
start?
start, wherever you would like to start.
Yeah, first off your name. Let them know who you is.
All right.
I know you.
All right, so I'm Talon Taylor of the MyT Sports Podcast. Basically, I'm the veterans number one sports podcast in America. That's how I like to call it. And,
Okay.
I'm also the ring announcer for Platinum Pro Wrestling. I'm the best ring announcer not named Buffer. Yeah, like if you want me to talk my talk, right?
Hey, yeah, you supposed to. You got to put it out there. Shoot, man. Hey, confidence.
So
Ain't arrogance, it's confidence.
If you're looking for a ring announcer, you holler at me. Like that's basically what I do. I've been doing the sports podcast for 7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Just about, yeah. Come on, my 7th season. So I've been doing it for about like 7 years now. And I went to school for it. I had a passion for sports. Decided, okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and make a shift. I didn't even start there. I was in the Army.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the Army for accounting.
Okay.
Studied to be an accountant. Went in offices, was pushing numbers and went fucking crazy. Had to get out of there.
Right.
I wanted to get out. Like I call accounting my second hobby. It's what pays for everything else. But you know what I mean? It's just what I do on the side. Like this is what I like the podcast and my sports network. That's what I do. Accounting and everything else is what I do on the side because I can't really stand that.
Gotcha.
So after like making that shift, I decided to like, look, I'm gonna go to school and I'm gonna try to get on radio, go to communicate, media and communications. And what ended up happening is that there's a process, like with anything else, there's a process and there's a waiting list and then there's politics.
Right, definitely.
And what I told myself was that I wasn't going to wait until I got on radio to start doing a sports show.
Definitely,
man.
Like I not with everything available, the tools.
Yeah, like I said, this is something. No, like you understand, with everything available, everything was available, but it wasn't really like that 7 years ago. Like you had to go search, you got to go hunt, you had to dig, you had to go find stuff. Like it's easy now. Like oh my God, it's so easy now.
Yeah.
And I joke with people when I started a podcast. The only person with a popular podcast was Joe Rogan. When I told people I had a podcast, I had to explain to people what a podcast is. Now you tell people I have a podcast, like, oh shit, that's dope. Okay. When I first started, it was just me and Joe Rogan out there, basically. That's what I call it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So based off that passion, I ended up just starting the podcast. Like I couldn't wait to be on radio. I was like, I gotta get my practice. I gotta get. Damn it! I think my Knicks just lost. I'm over here watching the Knicks game as well. No, they about to lose.
Sorry for your loss, my brother.
Yeah, that's a whole nother problem. That's a whole nother personal problem. That's where I get all my mental anxiety from. It's from my Knicks.
Oh man.
So I had to start my own platform, like because I just couldn't win. I needed that practice. So I started off recording my show. I was recording my show in my car on my way to work. Like if you listen to the early seasons of like the early episodes of the podcast, you can hear my dog tags dangling in my car, shaking back and forth. Right. I'm literally like I'm recording for like 20 minutes just in the drive. That's what I wanted to do. And then I was like, you know what? And then I'll share it right afterwards. I don't edit my podcast. I don't edit for shit. Like I treated everything as it's live as live can be, because if I made it to radio, I get no edits, I get no cuts, I get no redos, I get no do-overs.
Exactly.
Not at all.
So I used to just produce it immediately. And then it was in like year 2 or year 3, I think maybe year 2, I started going live through TuneIn. Right, TuneIn had a live feature back then. Mm-hmm. So I used to go live through TuneIn. And then my 3rd year, I started a whole entire radio network, 24/7 radio network. That shit was expensive.
Okay. Okay.
But I tell people, like every little project that you start inside your own project, it's basically just either tools for everything else, or you just learn sometimes what you can't handle. Sometimes, like that's an overload.
Right.
And some things can be an overload. You may have the biggest of dreams. Sometimes you don't have the time for it. You know what I mean? So you just have to manage everything in your town. So then, like after like my 4th season, and then that's right when I basically been kind of where I'm at now, where now you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on Twitch, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, you can catch me on Instagram. If I use that for a behind the scenes camera. The pandemic helped me to boost up my frequency. I was only producing a show once a week.
Gotcha.
Before the podcast. Now after since the pandemic, now after the pandemic, I produce a show 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's the reason why our times are always so hard to link up.
Right,
I run a show Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to basically 11.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Every time you try to hit me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Every time you try to help, I'm like, damn, okay, what days do we have? Okay, here goes a Tuesday pops up. I'm like, okay, I could do Tuesday.
Right. I appreciate you, man. Definitely.
Exactly.
Man.
When you said that Tuesday, we're like, oh, we gotta get it because
definitely. Because like I said, bro, like you may be inspiring somebody. Like we have different viewers that come on the show. If you looked at our table of contents that we have, we mainly talk about wrestling, but we have other people on as well. So all spotlights of the genre, just entertaining or whatever it is, we welcome it, man. So this type of story that you have, you may be inspiring somebody that's listening to it, and as well, you know what I'm saying, putting your platform in another area that it wasn't before. You get what I'm saying? So that's a good thing too. So we definitely appreciate you having it on. But what's your education, bro? Like the schools you attended?
I went to, so I was because I was in the military, I did schooling, I did some remote schooling.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm not even gonna mention that, that's kind of irrelevant. Like at least to me it is.
But did you go to a university or something like for the where you did broadcasting, or was it like just something that mainly focused on?
So I did them both.
Okay.
Good question. I did them both. So I went to Broward College and I went to FAU for communications.
Okay.
And about my 3rd year into the field, that's when that shit starts clicking again.
Gotcha.
There's a little too much bullshit and red tape going on.
What are you holding me back from?
Yeah.
What is it that you? Yeah, I got you.
I know what you guys are trying to do, but technically, I really don't care what happened in 1642 in communications. I understand we all need to know the history. There's only so much history that I need. I don't need to know about Alexander Graham Bell. I don't need to know about I don't need to know about gravity. I don't need to know about none of that shit when it comes to communication. Like just hook me up to a hot mic, put me in front of the camera, and let's go. Teach me where to hit the post. Teach me where to hit my markers. Teach me where to do the hard in and out. Teach me where to take a break. You know what I mean? And let's go.
Right, I got you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. If you want me behind the board, show me how to turn this sucker on. Show me how to make a sound effect. Show me how to fade them in and out, and we can go. Show me how to chop a video. Let's go. They were in a conventional university. There's just so much crap that you have to swim through, so much minutia that you have to maneuver through. Like so Bruce Lee says, be like water, man. You have to learn how to be like water every day. But also in that time, because you just maneuver around everything. You just, okay, here goes this, and and I'm like, okay, we're splashing around, but we're in a fishbowl.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying, like I understand, man. You want me to go chase this internship and you want me to go see. I'm like, I get all this, but you are still taking tens of thousands of my dollars, and I haven't gotten one closer to a studio in 3 years.
Hey,
how far?
Hey, listen, and I got math in the morning. Like, come on.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I still got gym, and I got gym still. Like I'm still taking PE classes. You know, I still got science. I still got to worry about. I still got to worry about my own my other communication class. I got to worry about public speaking. And 3 years later, I haven't seen a studio. I haven't touched a piece of equipment. Exactly. Like I'm talking to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in front of a lot of teachers that want you to buy their books about communications and media, yet I can't touch shit.
Right.
Okay, cool. Like I said, I was in the military. I have no problem, pivot and executing in a whole different direction. So what I did after that, after BC and FAU, I decided to go to Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Connecticut School of Broadcasting. If you guys happen to know, Pat, the most famous person probably from Connecticut School of Broadcasting, you probably will know Stu Gatz. He used to be on the Dan Le Batard show. And if you're local to South Florida, and if you've been heavy on ESPN for a couple of years, then you may have known the Dan Le Batard show and Stu Gatz. He's the biggest person that we have from our school, Okay. And so I went there, and it was a complete about face and everything. Day one, hands on, touching the equipment, everything that I said. Okay, put me here and let me do, they put me there and they let me do it. And then they put me, they get you with a couple opportunities. You get some internships. You still, you take here and there. But then again, you still have to work through it. Internships, I'm working the camera. I have no problem working your cameras. I'm trying to be in front of that camera though.
Exactly. Right.
You know what I mean? I got no problem helping you set up.
You understand the vision, yeah.
Yeah, I have no problem helping you set up your mics and getting you all together, because ultimately, like, you guys can't see this, right? But it helps me with my own production. It helps me like every internship, every radio station, every podcast that I was working on. It helped me function my own baby. It helped me realize what little holes I may have in my podcast, what little features I may be able to add to my own production to help things flourish. How I can also manage my own remote set and be able to take the podcast and do it, because you guys don't know, I also do my podcast live from a bar as well, every other Sunday. Every other Wednesday. So
hey, listen, how is that experience? Because I always wonder, like, when you do it in the bar, you have people there, of course, right?
I wish you guys could see my face.
Do they have?
I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know, how does that work? Do you have to make them be quiet, or is it something? Do you have to talk loud in the mic, or you got a certain setup? How does that, like, know what I'm saying? How you get through that?
Well, it definitely has its obstacles. As far as people go, right? As far as the random individuals, the people are going to talk, people are going to come by. That's part of the experience, right? In a weird way, you have to kind of expect, part of the experience is that you're going to get the random person, drunk person, possibly, that gets attracted to the lights and cameras. And they may not have gotten attracted to it until they got drunk. Right. And again, you have to learn how to be like water. Like anything else, you just have to learn what gets thrown your way and learn how to maneuver around it. You know what I mean? Not let it stick and just keep taking it. It's being as versatile as possible, or versatile is even the right word that I'm looking for.
Being able to adapt.
Adapt and flexible as possible, I guess I should say. Because you're going to catch somebody that's going to come at you completely random, and they may not know shit about what you're talking about. Obviously, most times they don't even know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? If they were to listen, they're drunk. They stumbled over there from their pool game.
Right.
Hey, what's going on over here? I thought you guys. I'm a little hoarse also, by the way. You know, we had an event in Naples this past week, and the guys 3 days straight. I'm gonna tell you guys about that later too. So so you have to know how to maneuver around those people, and honestly, it's fun. Like, you play a game with it. You find out what they can talk about. Like, first you ask them about your topics. They don't, and when they can't add to your topics, and then find out why the hell they came over.
Exactly.
What they want to talk about, what caught their interest, people love to talk about. Like, listen, you brought me here because like we all know with interview, people love to talk about themselves. You know, right. You give them the opportunity, and they'll open up to you like you were Barbara Walters. So exactly. that's what happens. So you catch the random drunk person, they come in, they involve themselves, or you find ways to involve the crowd as well. I do random trivia as well at the bar, where I give out free packets of Blue Chew. For anybody Blue Chew. Blue Chew happens to be a chewable form of Viagra. It's super low cost. Listen, I could cut you a promo right now if you want to. Listen, hold on. Hold on 1 second, hold on. Blue Chew, this happens to be a little blue pill that can give you back your thrill. All you have to do is open up a pack and head straight to the sack. Just a few chews before you do. This little blue pill has the same ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so this is one opportunity that you just can't miss. She's gonna love how you come through like a champ when you beat it up. Love when you come through like a champ when you Blue Chew in advance. And for a very low cost, you can beat it up like a boss, right? All you need to do is use this week's promo code. What's this week's promo code? We got a promo code for you this week. Hold on, let's pull that one up. Hold on, I didn't write it down. That's my fault. Because I wasn't expected to give you a Blue Chew promo today. Right?
It's cool, bro. Hey, it's your platform. Hey, you see we dead. You see we dead.
This new to me. This new to me.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. And anybody watching it, they can always rewind. They can pause. They can fast forward. So
we might got some other people that's gonna check this out. So
until that I'm definitely gonna put it in the tag. Anybody looking for it, they'll be able to come straight to this video. Let's go ahead and give them the website.
So you go to bluechew.com, and as soon as my promo code pops up, I'll go ahead and give that to you. And all you have to, and if you use my promo code,
you put it in the description.
I definitely will. You'll be able to get your first order of Blue Chew for free, right? And only thing you have to do is pay for shipping and handling. Shipping and handling is $5. Make sure you take care of your postal workers. They work hard for us. Like that's really the only thing. And you guys keep listening. I'll go ahead and give you that Blue Chew promo code. Like I said, I'm gonna hit you with a little teaser. Oh,
Yeah,
no, you know what?
yeah, even if you can't get, I'm gonna put this information in the description of the video anyway. So
I got it. It's YARJ. So Yankee, Alpha, Romeo, Juliet. And you'll be able to get your first order of Blue Chew from the good folks at MyT Sports Podcast.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
And also, I write all my own promos. I do all my own stunts. Like that promo for Blue Chew, they ain't give that to me. I write my own promos. Like it's so weird, right? To get what you want, you have to find ways to get things out of it.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So I started a podcast that was supposed to mirror a radio show, but radio shows have weird elements, right? You have breaks, you have commercials, you have hard outs. You know what I mean? You have intros, you have outros. So you have to start making all that shit for yourself. You have to start, then you have to maneuver around YouTube. Like, shit is, remember that old line, shit was sweet just a week ago. Well, in the beginning, you didn't have to worry about copyright shit, right? So in the beginning, shit was fun. I had Nas in there. You know what I mean? I had a little bit of Biggie. You know what I mean? I had a little bit of Big Pun in the intro. Now it's like, okay,
up. Yeah.
Now instead of having them in the intro, I find ways to pay homage to them. I do renditions of skits that they did. You know what I mean? Like, let's go check out season 4. Like it's the intro to Biggie's Kicking the Door with the Mad Rapper. You gave them my shit, son. You give them certain fucking projects. You know what I mean? This is my 4th season, son. This is my 4th season. I ain't made a dime yet. Because in my 4th season, I ain't made a dime yet.
Right. So, bro, how you got into doing the ring announcer for wrestling, bro? Like, you just, is it somebody that you knew, or you think
blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings always? You know what I mean? Because let's remember that everything's a blessing. Everything's a weird ass blessing. Regardless of what your belief is, everything's a blessing. And you have to open your mouth and you just have to put yourself in position. You know they say that people get lucky, but hard workers get lucky. People don't get lucky, it's hard workers. Like because you have to position yourself, you have to put yourself in a position to get lucky, and then you have to be able to receive it as well. I was at Connecticut School of Broadcast. PPW's promoter, J-Dog, right? His wife,
shout
out to PPW. His wife goes to Connecticut School of Broadcasting. She went there as well. So as I'm finishing up and I'm getting ready to graduate, I'm seeing somebody do a little show in there. She hears me do my school project, right? And she hears me maneuver around my shit. She goes, "Oh well, la 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 la." Third degree of separation. My mom also used to work with like her babysitter, right?
Oh, wow.
On some weird shit.
That's some small world. Yeah, definitely. Bro. That's some small world shit. Yeah.
So in a weird way, I ran into her. My mom was telling me that my mom kept trying to tell me like, "Oh, my friend, knows some girl that I go to Connecticut School of Broadcast." But sometimes they think the world is small in the air, so it may not be as small as it. It could be any Connecticut School of Broadcasting, but it was small as fuck. It was actually small this time. When I introduced myself, we talked, we chopped it up. She was like, "Hey, you know what I mean? I have a wrestling gig or whatever. I need a ring announcer." I thought it honestly was going to be like a one-time thing. I was just going to come. I thought I was doing a favor for her, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a one-time thing.
I'm charging my
charge. Do it and come back. Next thing you know, we're talking about it's what 4 or 5 years later, and I'm still a ring announcer for them.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So like, what's that experience like, bro? Like, because I'm pretty sure you don't have a script. You just basically you go off the top of the head based off the matches and stuff? Or did you have to like watch matches at home and practice like at home first?
So a little bit. So my first couple of shows were very, what I was saying was very scripted, or I shouldn't say it was very. I wrote a lot of it down. I didn't know how to approach it quite yet. So I had to really write down a lot of my approach. I'm a wrestling fan anyway. We could talk wrestling anytime you want.
Right.
Right. So when I tell people I'm a wrestling fan, like when I started investing, WWE was the first stock I bought. Like I'm that much of a wrestling fan. Yes.
I'm here with you. All right. I'm here with you with that. You can hear me? I think he cut out. You can hear me, Marlon?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yo. I don't know what happened. You cut out on us. I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
if you
good
can
on.
hear.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on my end.
You good on? I can hear you too. I can hear you good.
Uh-huh.
Yo, bro, I don't know if you can hear us or not, but we definitely can't hear you if you're talking. I think you need to it say you ain't muted, so I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. He's still on. He off. Hold on, maybe he'll get back on.
Wait for
You got his contact, right? Text him. It's the same information because we still on this session. If he trying to get back on, it's the same
Gotta get
information.
back on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. I say that to anybody, dog. Like, especially because I had the experience. I went to two different types of universities. I first went to a black historic black at Bethune. Then I was at FAU. Bro, if you don't network in college, bro, you really kind of like wasting your time. Because when it comes to like in the field and area, when they go to hiring, they gonna look for experience, bro, over education.
And then it's like hell. When I went down there in school, I'm like, okay, now I'm going for the internship and get a job. First thing they say, okay, how many years experience you got? I'm like, man, I just got out of darn school or I'm in school.
It's
How
the
am I
same
have
thing.
three? How am I have 3-4 years experience? I ain't been on no internship, no nothing like that.
And if it ain't somebody you know, which like I said, networking. Let's say you just get to school, you got a homeboy that's from Philadelphia. You trying to be, shoot, the chiropractor. His daddy do that shit, or his mama a chiropractor. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
just met him at school. If you ain't you trying to be, ain't nothing wrong with it being secluded and private to yourself. But you gotta open up when you get in college. If that's where you going, you got to network, bro. You got to.
Yeah. And the best thing I say, I had my
I
best
wish I would have
relations.
did that shit more. Yeah, go ahead and listen.
I had my best relationships with people outside, even when I went to college, compared to who I
Yeah,
grew up with.
yeah. But don't you ever think sometimes you wish, what I'm saying, certain ones I went to they like hometown and visited when I was in school, but it was others that stayed places I wouldn't mind going. That was,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, out of state. Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Just to venture out.
Yeah, venture out. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you need that. Because it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of stuff out there, man, that people don't know. You ain't gonna never know if you just stay, in one place.
Yeah,
Gotta apply
exactly.
yourself. You got in touch with them, you never reply back?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's him coming through on me now.
Okay. Y'all, let's see this tomorrow. We'll have the city commissioner on tomorrow.
Okay,
I can't.
he's coming back. He coming back.
Okay. Got some
Yeah,
technical difficulties.
the difficulties. Yeah, maybe we can get his face in.
Yeah.
We gotta understand too. Um, explain the ring announcing duties. It ain't. I'm pretty sure it ain't as easy as I think it is.
No, I was getting to that, which you probably was gonna end up explaining anyway.
Yeah.
Once you throw that broad question out there, they just,
Mhm.
which that's what we want anyway. 'Cause, so I was gonna get to that if he hadn't reached that subject.
Yeah, you can promote because I know they got a big event coming down too this week. Shit, that's
But
about
yeah,
like a 2 event.
anybody that listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, anybody kids in high school this your senior year, if you already in college, if you in college and your mindset is getting a skill or a trade, you need to go to a technical school that offer that. Get enrolled out of that enrolled out of that school immediately, especially if you ain't playing no sports. Getting you a technical school or a school that teach you that trade or that skill set. That way it focus directly on what it is you're trying to do. Other than that, you wasting your parents' money and you wasting their time. You wasting your time
Exactly.
now. You go to parties and stuff nice, but shit, you can do that still. You gonna do it anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, it's just my advice. You ain't gotta take it.
Yeah. Shit. Hey,
In your
shit.
freshman year, take your core classes: English, math, science, history. So if you don't like the school, you can always transfer.
I always say the only thing you really need no math.
No,
Read,
but I'm saying though, the
read
reason
and
why I
map.
say that, Marlon, because if you don't like the school, bro, that shit happened to me. You can't transfer. Like I went to Bethune, right?
Nah, oh yeah, yeah.
And I had intro to Bible, I had a freshman seminar class, I had social science, and I had algebra. So them three classes, I had three, and no, I had another class too. I forgot what it was, but it didn't. It theater performing arts. That was my minor. So them three classes I had right there didn't allow me to transfer when I was trying to get out of. That's a whole nother story within itself. It was a little fire
Exactly.
incident, but anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm telling you. That shit had me. I had to go to school year round just to take the class, the course classes, the transfer. So that's how them schools stick you. They put you in there and they make you take them bullshit ass no irrelevant courses your first setup. So when you go to try to transfer it, give you a hard time. So it make you just want to go ahead and stay. That shit business, bro.
It is.
If people don't look at it like that, that's the best thing to do. Get that shit. It is one way, get it out of the way anyway.
That I say that's why, going to school, it was always they say, yeah, you don't go to college, you're gonna be fucked up, your life done. But then,
Because we had different world and all them different movies and TV shows that
yeah,
programmed
like
us.
okay,
That's what it
you
was.
well, it was like okay, you go to college, oh, you on a whole nother level, or that's something you can brag about. You went to college, but
But listen,
yeah,
notice what I said. It depends on what it is you're trying to be. Now, if it's certain shit that
yeah,
you gotta go, you gotta go. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying nobody don't go to school. What I'm saying is, if your mindset somewhere else other than education or what I'm saying, chemistry or some other, what I'm saying, being a part, anything like that, do your thing. But if you on trying to work on cars or something like that in the field,
yeah,
roofing or
go to like a technical school that's already focusing
that's
on that.
something that I
So
wish I
you
would have
don't
did,
have to waste your time
playing around.
getting unnecessary fucking student loans.
Yep.
So now, because more likely the job you get ain't even gonna equal up to what you owe for all the years you done been in
Tell you.
school, and then they gonna say, okay, after you done got the associate, oh, keep going, go get your bachelor's. Okay, that's another $40,000 you owe. Then you go to the master. Wait, what comes first, masters or bachelor's?
Bachelor's.
Do
Bachelor's, then
well.
masters.
Yeah. Then after you get your bachelor's, or you
You
really
got
think they go,
associates, then you got
yeah,
associates, then you can do that in arts or or whatever.
yeah,
It's 2
yeah.
years.
So they say,
Then you
oh,
got your
keep going.
bachelor's and masters. Then
Yeah,
you
keep
think you
going.
got
Go
your
get
doctorate.
Yeah, go keep going. Go get your bachelor's. Now that's another $40,000 you owe now. But after you get that bachelor's, oh man, you keep going. Go get the
Certain that stuff
master's.
you gotta go. Cause if you want to be a lawyer, you gotta go to college. What? Ain't no
Yeah,
damn
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now you don't reach masters now. Not realizing, okay, you almost $100,000 in the hole, but they're gonna say keep going. It's now it's like a big accomplishment now. Oh, you got everything now. Now it's hard to get a job there because
But
you
the
think you
thing
the only one
is,
that got all that?
certain situations, not most, but certain situations, you kind of fuck both ways. Because if you get a high paying job, all your money going to the loans. And if you that type of person and you don't went that much in school, you ain't nobody that to push that to the side. You want to take care of it, so you gonna be stressed out about that shit. Or either
Yeah,
if you ain't got no damn job, you have to still like so you.
yeah. You know how many people I know that got all these damn degrees, done went for computer engineering and all that crap. You know what the hell they doing? Third grade teacher. Y'all done did all this and now you a teacher.
But shit, at the end of the day, I'd rather them resort to doing that shit to put some goddamn education in these damn crazy kids we got coming up.
Oh
Cause
no,
they
man!
mindset.
Our generation done.
Hey, cause
I
look, the
just
thing is this. Them type of people come back into the education system. Them the ones that we need to tell them motherfuckers that hey, the same shit I'm telling. If you interested in the skill set, you need to go ahead and do it. We got like 9 minutes left. You can hear us, bro?
I mean,
Yeah. You see the countdown up there? Hello?
yeah, I
Hello?
see it now.
Hey, you can hear us? I don't know.
Okay,
Okay, you back on.
there we
Okay,
go.
and we got you on.
Well, there
So
we
you know
go.
what's crazy?
Finally seeing
Hey,
it.
so listen. Oh, on this shit, and hey, We got like 9 minutes left because we ain't upgraded to the pro yet. So,
Gotcha.
but listen,
So
the
we
thing
might
this.
after this one, we're gonna go ahead and maybe continuate because you know the technical difficulties what we done had so far.
No problem. Yeah, I feel like my laptop needed to crash because as soon as it came up, my video popped up without any
Yeah.
doing anything. So I think we was just talking about wrestling, period. Like we was touching into wrestling. I was like, yeah, so I'm a wrestling fan. Like I grew up a wrestling fan. Been a wrestling fan since I was a kid. Grew up watching Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, all them people. So
See
getting
first, Marlon.
I'm sorry.
Now I was telling Marlon, I like Hulk Hogan. He don't like Hulk Hogan. I said, you see who your name first.
Listen,
the most over as a kid, big fan. But when now you grew up understanding the business, overrated as hell.
But when you understand the business, I still think he was the man. Because
exactly, like, once you understand the business,
can't go wrong. You can't. Yeah.
You understand his position.
I mean, it just that character.
See, now we have to go into a whole nother debate. We going.
Listen, we're gonna have you on the show more than just this one time, bro. You can come on whenever you get the opportunity.
Yeah,
that's the thing about us. So that you don't have to worry about that. We definitely have you on more because you got a lot to say, and I like your story. And a lot of people that's in broadcasting and journalism and stuff like that, they need to be able to hear that stuff because we were just talking when you was off about people going to college and university and stuff and wasting money and wasting time and not networking and not having the skill set still once you've done the move forward and move along. You brought up
say that N-word for me again. What's that N-word that you said earlier?
What's that?
Networking.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So break it down for everybody, like with the wrestling business. Like let everybody know, okay, even ring announcing ain't as sweet as everybody think it is.
Awesome. For me, it's awesome. Like I said, I'm a loquacious person anyway, and I'm super hyper. I'm in New York. I talk with my hands. You can see my hands pop up on screen 8 billion times, right? Yeah. So for me, growing up, loving wrestling the way I did, and we all had dreams of becoming a wrestler, but never even knew what avenues I probably could have like went through, whatever. Yeah. But so when the day came to I could be a ring announcer and I could be around an industry that I love. It's like if I was if I was a sideline person for the NBA, I'll probably be the same exact way. So I have the energy for it, and I love it that much.
You love it so much, it's whatever. I get you.
It comes out naturally. So you asked me if I studied a bunch of things. I was scripted earlier. I watched a couple of early I'm watching WWE and AEW anyway, but I started hyper focusing on the ring announcer a little bit more, like how they were projected, the order that they were calling, how they were doing names and where people were from and yeah. And then I'm not gonna lie to you, I got mad at myself because I realized I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 years. I got mad at myself because I realized that I didn't study somebody that I really should have been studying. And it's actually 2 people I should have been studying. And it's the 2 individuals I mentioned earlier in the podcast. So I said, I'm the best ring announcer not named Buffer. I didn't study the buffers. I didn't realize that. I didn't click on. I was like, damn, that's like being a basketball player, not studying Jordan and Kobe. Exactly. Like it's foolish. You know what I mean? Like trying to be a wrestler and not studying like Randy Orton or other key guys or Undertaker, or Stone Cold for ring presence. So I started studying them more, and I started paying attention, and it was crazy. As much as I'm pulling from them, I'm like, I think I'm already doing that shit. Right. Like I said, I'm 5 years. I'm like, I'm doing a lot of that shit. I'm giving that energy, and I'm giving it. And the biggest compliments, more than anything else, the biggest compliments when you're a ring announcer comes from the talent. Right. When they tell you got them hyped to come out, or they felt you. That your energy, like help motivate them or give them that little boost, give them that little shot of adrenaline a little. That's the best. Like that's the best when they come and be like, yo, I like what you did for me there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like how you called me. Like I was feeling you. Like, yeah, you did me proper there. And even when you fuck up, like when they roll with it and they, like I said, you have to be a wrestling fan to know, like, okay, when you fuck up, just fuck up. And if the talent is good, they'll be like water. They'll pivot and they'll adjust immediately and they'll go and they'll flow right with it. You know, so it's a great business. It really is. It's exciting. It's energetic, and the thing that surprised me the most is that how much I sweat just from ring announcing.
Right,
Oh,
right, right.
nah, maybe it be,
Yeah, adrenaline running, man.
it be them
Man.
suits you be wearing too. So
Clean
Yo,
on them.
hey, I told you that was the one, the last event. What it was, Summer Glory. I need that.
listen,
The
I
boy
do
that
definitely.
had that boy that had
I
like a old glitter types.
oh
Hey,
listen,
you gotta,
I just put it up. Yeah, I got a
Oh,
couple
just
of
put it up.
Look, I go grab it. Sure, you feel like grabbing the sequence jacket?
and next time you come on, yeah, I was just gonna say if you can grab it, grab it. Let's see it, or you
I
can show it
definitely
to us next time because I won't want to
I
see it.
def I definitely will. And that, like I said, that's something that like I said, I was studying certain people. Again, I was studying the buffers. That's I call that my Craig Sager shit. Or I call that my Clyde Frazier shit. You know what I mean? Like just being with it. You know what I mean? Like you're also as much in character as the wrestlers are.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
Is that
show it, you know, and be part of it. You know what's that old what's that old show off that old movie Office Space? Show your fucking flair. You know
That's
what I
it.
mean? Like
Exactly.
like
Right
carry
on
that
point.
shit.
And the thing is,
You
you
know,
don't gotta take no bumps.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't gotta take no bumps. So that's what it is. So I usually get a new. I normally before a show comes in, I start looking for a new jacket. Like you know, and I start looking for maybe a new pair of shoes or a new pair of kicks. You know, because it's all part of the ensemble. So I build myself up for it because, like I said, it's the wrestlers that tell it to me. You know what I mean? Like when they say, "Yo." I've had people come up as ring announcers, like, and now come into the ring, you know, from parts unknown, you know, Jake London, and I'm like, yeah, that's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Nah,
One
making
hand
his
on the
way
microphone, the
to
other
the
hand on the
ring
popcorn.
from part, you drag that shit the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Right.
You go with it, you go with it. You
and
give that.
exactly. And I know y'all got a big show coming in the weekend. You better
Yeah.
do my girl with justice,
Who's your girl?
Maserati.
I'll
Oh
do it
man.
justice.
Hey,
I'll
that's
definitely do
his
it.
that's
I
his
don't think I've called a match for her yet. I don't think I've announced her yet, so I'll definitely get her permission. I'll do it. Yeah, we have a show coming up in Naples again this weekend at Collier Fair. It's gonna be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's gonna be Friday and Saturday show is gonna be one at 8 and one at 10. There, 1 hour show. On Sunday, it's 4 and 7. Again, it's a 1 hour show. You get to see the wrestling match for free, paying with admission to the carnival.
That's right.
And it's a great. Not only do they have wrestling, they have rides, they have great food, they have a petting zoo, they have pig wrestling, they have bull riding, they have an animal auction.
Oh,
So
man.
whatever you're into, you can come down and you'll find something. But definitely, if you can make it, come down and see the wrestling event.
Yeah, listen, man.
Yeah,
We got 1 minute left, bro. Hey, we gotta have you on. I know your
yeah, we
schedule
gotta
Monday,
do this
Wednesday,
again.
Friday.
Yeah, we.
So next, next Tuesday, if you can. I know it's far from now, so things happen, but we gonna keep in touch with you. So just putting out there next Tuesday if you can, because we're available whenever you're available. That's our brand. Now I had some
Appreciate
stuff
that.
we put it to the side to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? Because you bless us with the opportunity, so we want to make sure we come through and be professional and be on time. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And
Listen, I appreciate it.
and be able to have you to use the platform. But I don't want to cut you off. Everything you said, we're gonna put it in the description. Anything you feel is real important, please text it tomorrow so I can put it in the description. We'll have this video up tonight, so you definitely should see it. If not late tonight, tomorrow. And we'd like to thank you for your time, bro. And if you can fit us in your schedule again, bro, we'd love to have you on, and we can
Thank
talk a
you.
lot more on what you do, bro.